Ebusia for aha eye Kinto TV and some pebi opesa to asumbiano and one semester we need him na wasubscribe to Kinto TV no share to other platform no ama comment or comment section as a more if so be notification banner so man simbi at bebro Kinto TV no one first person when and some BT no one when you so a woman Ghana any we are say afternoon and some day I be brave na you book a copy more ye ne papa Mahama Akache, your president Hakache. Na you could be more Mahama Akache, a year president Hakache, the name him say, a year near Papa Mahama, or say, or day 1 million nation job airbam. I shall send somebody near Papa Mahama, Wakabi brave. I shall say, was your favorite movie, say, a year 1 million nation job na ye near Papa Mahama say, or day banner. This
is the Ghana they want. Is this the Ghana that you've always wanted to see? It's when your mind and the be our bomb person rather than your mind in anywhere. And I say Ghana for baby. For you see, all jokes aside, I think we must speak truth to issues. You're hemping you for when you hear to me and you kind of crutched it to me. I say no more your poor mom shall have and this for no. Aside say o mom pen okre no. Omo se dem mom nko an mutim no mo sa pen okre. Aside say o mom pen okre no. Omo ko se dem no mom nko an omo ho no na omo side chicks ni omo nche omo wife ni omo nche omo mani omo nche na omo sa pen okre no. Nti haya no mo hwe. But for some kaya 2025 after 7 January, so a Ramhama in Nana or Pamo minimum of 15,000 Ghanaian workers. A more public sector name. I repeat, 15,000 of Ghanaian workers. Or Pamo, if we say Omodie, Omonia Ghana for Papa. Also Omodie, Omboni Omayane say NPP for the 4 Mojuma. Now, only baby, yeah, Omo Pamo on the letter of what's that? Okay, in this man you call ma omo PE teacher or not physical education. Oh, papa money muno. Na say cry say yes say your mama say on tena dem o say there be boss person me PE teacher say there be say dey amaju ofuna ma. Nti on say na funu say dey aye no your mama dey pin wom kakra say na funu dwo na edwo na so tia na eti. But say obepe president ni bi adi. Mon kan say ye twen no. Moka is a minimum of 15,000 workers now. Pamo womo ya no without any comfortable reason, any reason behind it. No, almost more chain. I Julius Debra. I know I am making on the ticket of the chief of staff. Yeah, pamo nipa 15,000. All because NPP. You are Dr. Bawumia Adaroman here for Omojuma. Nti pamo so monko tenefi. Na yero mahama so pamos anko for no no what ma create jobs for 1 million people and I me say what me create enyuma for 1 million people there ban say na pamo anko for 15,000 me pacho yeah the analysis na yeah say the analysis you bit my analysis your comment section what dey am in fact we bit because share my yero mahama my ko how not touch her ban say we president or tie 2 kwan ni ade it mo share my no me cheche mo nche say to me create adwuma nipa 1 million there e ban say no pamo nipa 15,000 that same year. Is this the country that we all dream to build? It's your mind na your person a building or mind your person a konenim any. Oh, already yankopo isi be hwe oma. Now with the I know any so in. You see, what shall you Mahama saying? And in summer, you Mama kind of parliament house. I was seeing Gume. Because that should be a century mama on Babusaya. May drink quiet and say, you're a Mahama, and any generation come before such section, same with the in Chilima. 24-hour economy. Sanitary pad, hey? Sanitary pad, the crime, some more, your baby become once a matching. In trouble government, Kionet Abai. is this the country that, or is it the nation that you are John Dramani Mahama was saying boss of a building na? Me pacho me de me busa. If we say adwuma instead of me kind no station there more viewers and more there. Yeah, na ma fine say me som tie mo som for. It's the question about me say mo boy na ye mbobo ho mesre mo. Mo boy ni mbobo ho. Ira Mahama say we create 1 million jobs for Ghanaians. Me pacho 1 million jobs pacho oba no wenye bia ya na. Wo faase na do de ko free senior high school no. Wo faase na oba no na unua bi ba no a Ira Dr. Bawumia de ko free secondary school no. Me pacho 1 million jobs wenye bia ya na. Ni ebu say Ira Mahama this year ya NDC foot soldiers Ekotugu National Health Insurance Office so omanya appointment to want to office him. It's here Mahama so to me create 1 million jobs. Eba na saying after their foot soldiers at TSC various offices to office him so omanya appointment. Yentiasi. It's 1 million jobs na Ira Mahama create mine and then the galam say na atia te say Ghana maimu ya na. Me pacho a quick message. One cancer Dr. Frank Amwako Hene say Ashanti region minister is not for the joke. Mon cancer say Ashanti regional ministry position is not for the weak. Onum se wontimi nya wonja nsi ho. So onum se wontimi nya wonja nsi ho. Before omu nyina ka ho bi e na no ma age ansem abesi sabre ye o. Omu nyina omu ka ho bi. But at the right time ye ba be ka ho asem. Atiefo 1 million jobs. Okay? The only person that minimum so mutimi creating 1 million jobs under their ruling. Hey, Ira, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia time. They created over 1 million jobs, and they didn't just create the jobs, so they came out with references about over 33 policies. And I stand to be corrected, including drone systems to a lot of things. Ombaka says creating 1 million jobs. No, Ira Bawumia is also a digital man. It's also a man with vision, mind with science and data. He came out to tell you, say, we are creating 1 million jobs, over 1 million jobs through these various areas. Ira Mahama, or see through Ghana Statistical Service say, creating 1 million jobs. That one alone is not enough evidence. Me busa NDC for no, they should come out with a single life-saving policy. Omo diaba etima fan krofo adwuma omo meka nkyerɛn ade omo tima yan say omo change Kutuka International Airport to a different name. Ade omo tima yan say nurses for omo so omo ntwa ka kill ntwa government. Ade omo tima yan say teachers for omo say omo allowance omo fan ba omo kill ntwa government. And a cocoa farmers haircut. That is what they are known for. Hey, I can't hear back who doom so. Asa Ira Mahama Mamun ice articulator, Udi animo I am share, Udi chase I am share cause unim. Akwa so nam mampunku now break enye. Erade Jimmy Sani denam. It's a brebe na Ira Mahama to create 1 million jobs in the Ghana for mentias here. Me pacho Muncha madwe maye, mo comments as in the baba kan. Ebia na munim babia 1 million jobs ni bi wo. Me pacho epesi ehunu. Muni munkrofo oma benefit from 1 million jobs no. Me pacho epesi ehunu. If say yet zika so komo den. Ira Mahama mamu bae, yemfa obi adwuma o. Yemfa obi adwuma. Oma mamu ne fen Erade Jime government. Udi animo ya asem, udi akire ya asem. Unemployment route are kosoro, and that is what they are known for. It's 1 million jobs no more deba no. Me patcho me come back all market an area. Market you many me say Ira Mahama say a hefa na 1 million jobs ne wo. A hefa omo pebia ye hefa ne wo. Ira Mahama what say me kai will say e be a 1 million jobs in doom so ne be a why they are fine. If you buy doom so the why ya the papa. You see about no pan 9 a.m. and doom lights. About 4 p.m. near doom light, 1 a.m. near doom light, 491. Ejumana sahani ekono doom so calculations. So almost 1 million jobs in doom so and disappointments. They are fine. Now 1 million jobs in deba dia digital training and I say deba dia Ira Mahama. Now my momo come by mo left from more right till now. Most dollar ko from. And so first, kwa na ekosoro. Dollar ko form. And so aboso kan spare parts dealers. Omo no ma kwa na ekosoro. Yura mahama. At this point, yentimi defend you. From baby amete de, me dem assume me viewers. Say be me viewers bet me defend o dey, me patch omo gan defend no maye. If we say Nigeria 40 asem ya areho se maga na man. South Africa 40 asem we nunku wasem for our democracy. If we say Yura mahama ya fine say we are on serious. Me de be end no Yura. E de bibia to ncha hwe. Mementan nemum the reason I mean to minji wa mamoni di ne enkofo mo ban wonti a Yura. Omusuro omuso omu hu se wuye Nebukadnezar. Eti omo ka no kora kire wa ebia na wani anje ho obeje omutumi afiri omo nsem nti omo ye ofamfuli na na yere ho na na nyankwada omo pia do akọ owom Yura oti akra de bia no so air conditioner si so unto light bill unto prepaid unto petrol nti Yura cocoa farmers distress no mukom no nti ase ye omo faka from Ho to Kumasi, Accra to Kumasi, Accra to Tamale, Accra to Hin. Yura, uno montana bass in him, nkomo na ekoso ne awonte. Yura, I had a kotomo mono makola market in the tea in some way ekoso. Ora be ho. Mommy and your mind. If you say Yura, what did the goodwill of the people diagro? But let me tell you this gospel truth. The day the people will decide to rebel, you can't stand it. Madam Wasi.
It's an important ritual. At any material point, it makes sense for the president to address the nation. Essentially, it's an aggregation of major activities that have transpired over the last 1 year. And then also the president more or less sort of giving us a picture of what he expects to achieve within the next year ahead. And that's where usually subsequent to that the budget will follow, etc. So it's a good exercise. In fact, the Constitution enjoins the president to do so, and communicating to the people the state of affairs is something that we must definitely cherish and encourage. But I think it begs to the question really is, what do we ultimately gain out of it? Are we even having a barometer to measure the promises and the talks to ultimately what we've been able to achieve? But I think it's a growing process. Ghana is still an emerging economy, a growing democracy, so things will definitely play out in the longest time. But once I'm a politician, I think I also want to discuss the political bit of it. I want to see the president's comment on living standards. I think over the last 1 year, we've been hoodwinked to believe that the dollar is down, that inflation is down. Of course, the data says so. I mean, if you look at inflation, Al-Hassan, as statistics is telling us, is 3.8. Interestingly, the Minister of Trade tells us, or she tells traders to reduce their goods and services. So you ask yourself, where did Al-Hassan get the data from? If the Minister of Trade, yesterday, another member of parliament, a Kotia member of parliament, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, was also crying the same cry, basically saying that traders should reduce the prices of goods and services. But it is that same prices of goods and services that Al-Hassan at Ghana Statistical Service is using to calculate the inflation. So what data is Al-Hassan using? That your minister is crying, your MPs are crying, yet your data is saying that inflation is 3.8. Doesn't make sense. But that's a reflection of the true reality, what Ghanaians are going through. Because even though inflation says 3.8, of course we know inflation measures the rate of change, the rate at which prices are changing. Of course we know. But the ordinary Ghanaian is feeling the pinch. is feeling the pinch. I buy yogurt at East Legon, one of the popular yogurt stands in East Legon. And they've increased it from 45 cedis to 50 cedis. 11% increment. That dollar is supposed to be down. Everything is supposed to be down. You go to the market, things continue to increase, sometimes higher than the inflation rate.
Imported goods or goods produced locally?
Both. In fact, some imported goods, to be fair, in some instances you see some decline. But then for some reason, some of them, they are rather increasing. But that's largely about predictability and the belief of the trader that is the dollar CD relationship going to remain the same. That's predictability. So that's a different conversation altogether. But the bottom line is that goods and services, price of goods and services continue to increase. The president, since coming to office, has increased electricity by 27% in 1 year, water by 20%. Sustainability tax is an additional tax the government charges, especially companies, manufacturing companies and mining companies. They've increased it by 2% and extended the sunset clause from 2025 to 2028. The production companies will pass it on to you and I.
Even the fuel prices are also down, and that also has a major effect on
Of course, no problem. Fuel prices have come down. Of course, if you look at the two build-ups, which is the currency, the dollar, and then also the world price. World prices have come down. Crude prices have come down about $60 per barrel. Our time, in 2022 March, it went all the way from $66 per barrel in February 2022 to $120 per barrel in March 2022. In a month, it doubled. So now, because of that shock, both OPEC and non-OPEC countries have ramped up production. There's enough production in the system. Demand far, supply far outstrips demand, so the prices have come down. And that's the pass-through for us. We are seeing declining. But even recently, there was a